everybody. This was a little bit of a last minute rush for me. Good evening. My name is Heather Thomas. I am the Songbird Stamper, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Fair in the United Kingdom on the south coast. So we see lots of these guys. And I'm here to bring you the Friendly Seagulls stamp set from Stampin' Up. It's a gorgeous set. Hello, Claire. Hello, Danielle. Hey, Grace. If you haven't yet seen, I did an unboxing video yesterday. I actually did two because my camera died halfway through. And so, yeah, check out those. An unboxing of all the upcoming. It's really early. I mean, we haven't even... Hey, Joanna. We haven't even, got into December yet. And I'm talking about January. But I don't know about you guys. It gets to this time of year for me, and I love seeing spring, summer craft products. Good evening, Shaz. Good evening to you. So yeah, I thought I would hop on, and yesterday I asked what did people want to see me create with, and a few people said seagulls, which I knew they were going to pick as soon as I said it. I had already kind of said I love this set, not a clue what I'm going to do with it. Oh, bless you, thank you, Shaz. So yeah, I sat down last night and automatically a card came, so I was really pleased actually. I wasn't actually expecting it to, but it did. So I've got something to show you today. I'm a little bit kind of non-prepared. Apologies. I've literally just got back from a planning meeting for the Beavers. If you didn't know, I've just started volunteering with the Beavers. And they say an hour a week, and already it's definitely not an hour a week. So yeah, I had to excuse myself from the meeting, but we got some sessions planned in, which is good. So Friendly Seagulls. Nearly didn't make this tonight because I couldn't find the stamp set 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago. There we go. We are here, and we've got some cute little dudes. I don't know if that block's big enough actually. Let's make it a bigger one. And we're going to be using pecan pie. It's a bit of a not a normal colour that I use. So pecan pie card base, and then we're going to use a paper from the Wild Meadow. I don't even know what it's called. I haven't got my head into it yet, but it's the yellow flowery one that we're using for Stamp Camp next year. So I'm making these for swaps, and we're doing a Sale-A-Bration swap in our team. So I'm going to be making 6 of these cards, and then I shall get hopefully 6 seagull cards back. So I'll get loads of ideas to share with you all. Hello, Karen. Hello, Katie. Hey, Hazel. Nice to see you all. So this piece is, but I thought it looked brilliant against the pecan pie. So that's what we're going to use. But you want to see some stamping, don't you? That's what you want to see. So let's grab ourselves a piece of card. Actually, let's save that piece and see if I can stamp them on just like a scrap, because they're quite cute. They're really little. Just a little stamp set, but they're adorable. And we're going to need all 3. I couldn't leave any of them behind, so we are using all 3 for this card. So I remember saying how much you like the seagulls. Paul, I don't think I did. I got the seagulls out of peer pressure. Because of this swap thing that we're doing, I went onto the spreadsheet to put down what I was interested in swaps, and both the lovely Emma Goddard and the amazing Kim Fee had put down, they're both lovely and amazing, by the way, that was not, those terms aren't mutually exclusive, had put down that they were going to do swaps with the seagulls. So, of course, I added my name to the list. Just wrapping presents while I keep you company. I bought 2 presents so far. I'm very pleased with myself. Seagulls are big and noisy and draw blood when they peck. They do indeed. And they steal cookies. If you didn't watch my video yesterday, I was telling you all a cookie story. I was very upset. Look how cute he is. I don't think my scrap of card is doing this justice. But... And I had a new chamois until yesterday. It actually isn't new. I'd had it a while, but I was not wanting to use it because it was still lovely and purple. Who else does that? Hey, Louisa. I don't know if I said hey or not. I'm very forgetful. But hello. Lovely to see you online. Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to stamp all 3 of these. But yeah, the seagulls were purely peer pressure. And then when I challenged, I kind of said to everybody, what would you like me to create with tomorrow night? Everyone was like, seagulls. So here we are. It's all your fault. But I was really pleased with how the card came out. And hopefully you guys will be too. Yeah, seagulls. They're cute, aren't they? So the colours I've got is literally just smoky slate. and lemon lolly. Oh, and we need the French fries. Let's grab them as well. And the sentiment, hey friend. I couldn't quite bring myself to put I love you more than French fries, but I might put that on the inside. I might. I really love French fries. So it's a bit of a hard one for me, that. So we need one of them. And we need one of these sentiments as well. Good evening, Emma. I was just telling everybody this stamp set is your fault. Peer pressure. I'm looking forward to the swaps that I get back. Couldn't help myself. I was like, oh, if they're doing the seagulls, I'll do the seagulls too. It's lovely, isn't it? Hello, Holly. Nice to see you this evening. Thank you for joining us online. It's a really cute set. It is a really cute set. And you've got the little fishies and you've got the little, I love that. And that's the other one that we're going to use, but a little bit later on. So Christmas comes next week at the earliest, but no decks or anything until after the twins. Yes, we've got to do the twins' birthday first. I need to make their cards. I haven't done that yet. It's on my to-do list. Well, it is now on my to-do. It's now on my to-do list. So we need smoky slate, lemon lolly, and a colour lifter. Okay. So birthday presents for brother who we're seeing at the weekend. Oh, lovely. I love a good joint birthday party. Right, so we've got dark and light. I'm encouraged to add them. You'll have to stick around and see what I make, Emma. So I've gone for the dark smoky slate at the top of the wing here. And I'm just gonna, this is like full strength. I'm not going to use the colour lifter on this, but I did for my first one, but I didn't like it. So I decided against that. So we're going full strength. And then we're going to do the same down this bit as well here. I did have to Google seagulls to see what they look like. My memory, like my brain just doesn't seem to hold things. But as soon as I saw the picture, I was like, yeah, that's right. They've got darker wings. Good evening. Good evening, Anne-Marie. How are you? They've got darker wings and they've got lighter bodies. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the wings first, I think. Do you know what? Honestly, I don't feel like I've stopped since 5. So 5 o'clock. So 4:30 I left the house. 5 o'clock I was in the gym. I've signed up to a new gym program and I go at least 3 times a week. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's doing wonders for my leg back problem. For anybody who didn't know, I'm now waking up in the morning pain-free. I'm not pain-free all day, but real improvement. So, and I can walk. I can do it, like go around the shops. Yeah. So it's definitely helping. So I was there at 5 o'clock till 6, came home, quick shower, cooked dinner with Russ, and then I was at this beaver meeting at 7 till 8, quick swing by the supermarket, back here for 8:30. So thank you for joining me, even if it is a little bit later this evening. Have I put a pre-order? I thought you were asking me, Louisa, have I put a pre-order in? Just a small one. Just an itty-bitty one. Good evening, Becky. How are you doing, lovely? Hope you had a good birthday celebration. There we go. So we've got his wing. He's got 2 wings on this side. So we're going to colour both of those in. Exactly the same. So we're just going dark to light on both those bits. Tomorrow I'm going to treat myself. I feel like I've been non-stop all week. I haven't been working. I've had a week off. Really haven't had a week off. I'm going to go to Chichester tomorrow and I'm going to go to Lakeland. I want to learn how to cake decorate. So I'm going to go and buy some cake decorating stuff. And then I'm gardening in the afternoon. And then, do you know what? I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm going to come home and clean the house. It's just awful. It is like a bomb's hit it. Just stuff everywhere. We're still like decorating and it's just a nightmare. I hate living. The living room is beautiful since we've done the living room. It's so clean, tidy, gorgeous. But the rest of the house is pretty bad. Do I rest at any point? Very, very rarely, Anne-Marie. Common gull who have black spots. Yes, there's loads of different types of seagulls actually. Loads of them. Heron gulls, yep. Have both here and they're very noisy. Yeah, some of them are really, really, really noisy, aren't they? Oh, Joanna, I know. Honestly, kudos to anybody who lives in constant pain. It was destroying me. I don't know how you do it with no end in sight. I really don't. The only thing that's been making me hold on is the fact that I do believe that I can get pain free with the right exercises. I've actually come off the amitriptyline now as well, which is good. So this is just a little bit of light smoky slate, and then I'm going to blend that into the white. So when you use your colour lifter, you'll notice that the whole thing it feels like it goes grey. It isn't. It's just where there is actually moisture in here, even if it's not water. It's where it's wet, but that will dry with just a real mottled grey tone, and it will look gorgeous. So I'm just putting a little bit of light underneath here. This card involves some drawing. So you need to get your pens at the ready. Oh gosh, chat's going. Has a bomb hit it because of my order? Louisa, that made me laugh. Yeah, kind of. And all the other things that we feel like, honestly, outside my room, I've got boxes upon boxes stacked up. We can't get any more in the recycling. I need to go down the skip. I don't know what Russ and I keep ordering. Like, I think it's Amazon's fault as well, because you'll order something like I ordered a Garmin. Like, I've lost my watch. I'm not surprised with everything that's in here. I've lost my watch charger. And so I ordered a new one. And they just come in these enormous boxes, don't they? So it's just like, oh, now I've got to dispose of all this cardboard. I only bought a little thing. How's the crochet, Paul? Crochet, yeah. I sat in front of the telly for 20 minutes. You'd all have laughed at me. You'd have been in stitches. I sat there with this hook and this yarn. I mean, I think it's the yarn's fault. I have told Russ. It's this like a chenille yarn, and it was too difficult. I literally sat there for 20 minutes with the hook, just kind of jabbing it at the yarn, not really having a clue what to do, trying to watch a YouTube video and read the instructions. It was just, no, I need lessons. That's what I need. Take lots and lots of drugs. They weren't doing anything. They literally were not doing anything for me. Buy a Ninja Soup Maker. Boys bought you one for birthday. Oh, Bex, I've got a Thermomix which makes gorgeous soup. Yeah, I'm really pleased with mine. But you'll love it, honestly, to be able to make fresh soup. So this is dark lemon lolly. I'm just going on for the beaks to begin with, and then the light lemon lolly. Yes, Hazel. I need somebody to teach me. Maybe I need lots of you. I have already warned one of my teamies. She crochets, and we're catching a flight together to Strasbourg. So I've said to her, if I can't learn by the time Strasbourg comes around, she's gonna teach me while we wait for the plane and while we're on the plane, because we're sitting next to each other. So she's I've warned her off. Doing a craft stall tomorrow. It's exciting. Yes, you're going to have a great time. Oh, bless you. Hope you do well. They're good fun. They're good fun if you don't expect too much. That's what I always found. I got really upset when I didn't take any money from my craft fairs, which was actually more often than I thought. This guy's chips, by the way, we are going to colour in the lemon lolly too. So he's just getting some chips. Yeah, do you know what? Someone said they thought my hook might be too small. Joanna, yeah. Is it Joanna? Do you like Joanna? Or do you like Jo, rather? I always call you Joanna, but I feel like maybe you let me know. But yeah, someone said maybe I need a bigger hook. And someone also said that the pattern probably wasn't beginner friendly, but I don't want to make a granny square. I want to make a penguin. And my cross stitch is no further on than it was a few months ago, Paul. So yeah, thanks for asking. Craft shaming me. You want to do anything? I like that. So we're going to bring in real red for the fries. Let's have a look. Where is my real red? obviously over the other side of the room because I'm colouring in, making some team treats for our last team get together of the year. So I've got them all a present. Well, not really a present. I have made a present. But yeah. So I was just colouring in some stuff for that in real red. So there we go. So now we're going to fussy cut because, guys, there's no dies. No dies for these ones, but they're not too bad to fussy cut. No, exactly, Katie. Chenille, it looks lovely. It feels lovely, but it was unthreading. It was like coming apart as I was trying to hook it. So I was only getting half the strand through with the hook, and it was winding me up. So that went back in the packet, and I haven't looked at it since. I will. I did say to somebody the other day, I am saving up. So rather than save my money for my retirement, I'm buying all the things that I want. You have to ask, no craft shaming. So Paul, what I'm doing is I'm buying all the craft stuff. And then when I'm older and I haven't got any money because I'm not working, then it doesn't matter because I've got all the craft stuff that I need. Does that make sense? So I can just, like, it's my retirement plan, basically. That's what I'm doing. That's how I am justifying it to myself. All those things are just going to be sat in my cupboard waiting for me when I have actually got more time. And I just enjoy them. I enjoy buying. They do say, isn't it? It's two separate hobbies. Buying the craft stuff and using the craft stuff. But I enjoy too many things. That's my problem. I need to do some painting again soon as well. I think things come in waves when you're a crafter. It's like I was doing painting for a long time and I'm like, oh, I'm bored of that, so I'll do something else. It's an investment, exactly. Holly, it's a great plan, isn't it? I knew you guys would get it. Retirement plan. You are sorted on that front, Katie. 100%. Just tell Gary it's your retirement plan. He'll understand, I'm sure. Russ is like, it can be whatever you want it to be as long as it stays in your room. We have agreed on storage though. We've got this weird room that it would probably be used as a study. It's off the living room. Of course, we don't actually need a study because Russ has got his office and I've got my office come craft room. Just say office to make it feel a little bit more grown up. So we were kind of umming and ahhing. I was like, what do we do with it? Do we turn it into a games room, a puzzle room, turn it into a gym? In the end, we just decided actually what we need is storage. Got Russ on board, so we won't have everything cluttering up the house. It is literally in. Yes, I need to get quilling too. I started that as well, Jill, and then didn't do an awful lot more with it. I like to start things. But we have got storage now in the box room, which is great. Just 3 big wardrobe type storage, which yeah, it's lovely. That will make a huge difference. You said that, but you're still buying. You so much you need to lift 150. You need to lift 150 to use it all. Bless you. Yeah, I don't think there'll ever be enough time in our lives to use everything we've got, but it's there when I want it, which is what I need. Then I'll be old and tired and don't want to craft. Yes, that's exactly it, Paul. I will still be on the front step, although it's a bit chilly around here at the moment to be on the front step, on my rocking chair, working on my penguin. I'm determined. I was like, my brother can do this. It must be easy. My brother crochets these cute little animals like Katie. And I was like, oh, if he could do it, it can't be that difficult, can it? And then honestly, I was sat there on the sofa with this hook and this yarn just going, this is ridiculous. But it's only because you don't know what to do. Learning a new skill is tough. You have to stick to it. I remember when I first started crafting, you practically own enough yarn to open your shop. I love it. You should, Johnny. You should open a craft shop. That would be amazing. It's what would be one of my life ambitions. Okay, so what we need is a piece of cardstock. Oh, it's not quite as annoying. It's not quite big enough. But it might be. We need a piece of white cardstock, and that is going to measure. I have got 2 cards for us tonight, if I can make them quickly enough. It's going to measure 7 by 11. Oh, it doesn't quite go up to 11, doesn't it? So 7 by 11. We need a piece of pecan pie measuring 7.5 by 11.5. You've heard tatting. What's tatting, Paul? That's not big enough, I'm annoying. Nope. It's going to have to cut into this bit. 7.5 by 11.5. Dreadful. This is a dreadful thing to learn. Oh, I love having you guys on with me on a Thursday night. It's fun. I've missed it. It's been a while. It must be weeks since I've been online. Just one thing and another. Life got, like, I wouldn't say life got in the way, but I've been having a great time. I went up to Birmingham NEC with my friends, my craft team. Missed everyone who couldn't make it for one reason or another, but we had a lovely time together. And then I was working, and I was working some more, and then it was my birthday meal with the family. Oh, you're not working tomorrow? That's amazing. You can stay up. You can stay up to the bitter end, Hazel. I love it. Tatting is kind of like lace making. That's what my granddad used to do, I think. Well, it's crochet he used to do. So I don't know if my dad can actually, but the men in my family can crochet. I tried knitting when my grandma tried to teach me, but I would say she failed. I think it was me that failed. So card base, 14.5 by 21, scored in half at 10.5. Yes, that's exactly it, Paul. That's what my granddad used to make, these delicate doilies. Yeah. And then this bit here is 14 by 10. 14 by 10. And that's going to go on flat. Yeah, that's going to go on flat glue. That's what I'm looking for. That one's going to go on there. And then Saturday, I've got the colouring course. So bookings are still open for the colouring course, online only. If anybody would like to join in last minute, everything will be recorded once I figure out how. No, I know how to record. I'll record it to the cloud and then upload to Facebook. So everything will be recorded. And yeah, we've got two sessions teaching both alcohol markers and watercolours. So we're doing alcohol markers with a bit of watercolouring this time on Saturday, and then we're going in for watercolours with a bit of alcohol markers the following Saturday, which I'm really looking forward to. So anybody who's joined up for that, thank you so much indeed. Course guide went out today with all the supporting documents, and then yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, so back to my seagull card. This is where you're going to need to do a bit of drawing. So you need a piece of white cardstock and a pen. So I'm going to use I've always got hundreds of these pens kicking around, so I bought about 4 boxes. We're going to use as a Uniball micro needle. Uniball needle, not micro. Micro's thicker. What you're going to do is grab yourself a ruler. Please don't be scared by this. So take a flat edge of the cardstock, get yourself a ruler and just straight line. However tall you want, and then draw yourself another straight line parallel to it, same height. Okay, then what you're going to do, all you need to do, I hope I've done that the right width, roughly. All you need to do is draw that and then that on the top. That's it. It's not that difficult. We're just drawing a cylinder, just a cylinder, and then we're going to grab pecan pie. Learn to crochet using cotton and a tiny hook. Made dozens of doilies. Your mother was fond of them. Ah, bless you. Oh, that's what my phone was going off for, was it, Paul? A tatting. Lovely. I should have a look. Thank you. So this is the dark pecan pie. I don't actually need it this tall, but never mind. We're making a post. That's what we're doing. If anybody's wondering what on earth I'm doing. So I'm going to put some layers of dark because we're making a cylinder, basically. So we're going to shade it. Put some dark, and then we're going to go in for our light pecan pie. Is that like a Facebook post? Oh, Hazel, you're here all night. That's my kind of humour. It's like a seagull post. If a seagull had a Facebook account, this is what they'd put up. This is what they would put up. So nice, and get that mid-tone going on, basically. Get that blend going on. And then blend that out to really light on that other side. You could go back and put dark over this side if you wanted to as well, just to blend it all in, but I'm kind of happy with that. And then just a nice light, because the sun's going to be on the top, so just one coat on the top. Should we share and like the post? Share and like my post. I might end up with it a bit streaky down here, but that's okay. It's wood effect, so you could even go forward and put some texture in if you want, but I don't mind. Your aunt does that now, Hazel. She's one. Oh wow, competition winning aunt. Love that. And then you're just going to fussy cut around this post. Really simple. If you can't fussy cut this post, then I don't know. There's no hope, basically. Okay, so we've got a post. It's a bit big. Is it bigger than my other one? Yeah, it's quite a bit wider than the other one, actually. Okay, so we've got a post. Ah, thanks, Holly. And we've got, this was the only thing that was in my head when it came to seagulls. I'm sure more ideas will come. Then what we're going to do is grab a scrap of we're going to grab a scrap of paper, and we are going to grab a blending brush. 2 blending brushes, actually. We need a blue one and we need a brown one. So I'm going to grab a blue one with the balmy blue ink. Can I post a photo of it? They're all coming out. I could post a photo of our post. Reminds you of the Little Mermaid. What, the post? I must be missing something. Joe, when we went to Copenhagen, I was really conscious. I had this is 2 stories in one. I had a message, a comment left on one of my YouTube videos, and it was pure and simple: you talk too much. That was it. That was the only comment. I'm really conscious, but I'm like, well, you know, it is me. I actually don't talk a lot in real life. If you know me, I can be really quiet, but some of you might not say that, but I am genuinely really quiet in normal life, but I like to chat. Anyway, we went to Copenhagen, and you've got the famous Little Mermaid statue, haven't you? I don't know if anybody knows about it. Anyway, we luckily didn't go out for a day trip to see the Little Mermaid. We just happened to be out cycling. And oh, that would look amazing, Joanna. Emboss the post with the 3D timber embossing folder. Oh, I might try it, but then I can't undo it. Anyway, the Little Mermaid in Copenhagen is tiny. It's this tiny little statue that's kind of miles away from everything. Very underwhelming. Everybody had stopped to look at it. That was my, I was like, oh, I'm really glad actually we didn't make a special trip out to see the Little Mermaid statue. Some of you are hopeless when it comes to fussy cutting. Yeah, it's going to have exactly, Louisa, it's going to have the seagull on it. It's going to sit on there. You're one step ahead of me. It's going to sit on there. So this is pecan pie ink already on this one. I might get a bit more. And then we're just going to put some of that down the bottom. Needed to have a post. And I was like, oh, I don't have a post. And I was like, well, I'm pretty sure I can make a post. So a little bit of pecan pie ink down the bottom. If you can guess what this is, then you won't win a prize. And then we're going to grab that little stamp that I told you about that we were going to use. So it is this one. I'm going to grab that one. And we're going to grab the birds as well, actually, while I'm here. Yeah, I love this. It's a really, really, really cute set. I will say that. It's been everyone who's seen it so far has loved it. Right, let me grab pecan pie ink again. And then I'm just gonna stamp. I'm gonna stamp directly on. And then I'm just going to flip it up just so it doesn't look quite so like everything's the same. So we've just got a little bit of, I don't know, sand down the bottom. That's going to go straight onto our, I love that blended look. As soon as you put it against something, it really makes it pop, doesn't it? Looks cute. There was also a post in one of the old sets, like by the sea, was there? So if you've got a post, you could absolutely just stamp yourself out a post. I think this set would go amazingly well with the beach hut one. I don't have that. Anyone know what I'm talking about? The one with the surfboard, I think it is, that I very nearly purchased but didn't get. Your seagulls are hopefully arriving on Monday. Amazing. Yes. Peppermint embellishments. Yeah, they've been a long time coming, haven't they? So you got your post, and that is just going to sit down the bottom here. I think I need it a bit shorter, so I'm just going to probably should have done that with a trimmer because I'm not convinced that was a straight line. I'm going to end up with a post at an angle at this rate. I'm going to end up with a really short post at this rate. It's like if I was cutting someone's hair. I don't think I should ever be allowed to cut anyone's hair, by the way. So that's going to go about there. This is really winding me up. Why can't I cut a straight line? Let's try that. I would just keep chopping and chopping until. So I'm not going to emboss it, Joanna, but I think that's an amazing idea. I just think the look of this one needs it to be flat. I could be wrong, but I'm going with it. I'm owning it. So we need some dimensionals. I do love that idea. We could definitely do that in another one. Posts generally have to have a lean to them. They sure do. So this is going up on dimensionals. This is going to go about here. Maybe a bit further over. I've got to fit all the seagulls on. So the one with the chips, he's going to be standing on the top of our post. Before we do that though, we need the birds on. And they are in balmy blue. Where is my balmy blue? So I've just done, I love these, the little extra stamps are fab. So that's going to go about there. Then grab a dimensional and stick your chip-eating seagull on the top of your post. So before we finish this, I'm just going to move back to my card. I've got a little strip and I'm going to cut it to, what am I cutting that to? 2.5 centimetres by 10. 2.5 by 10. It was just to break up the background. I tried to put some ribbon. There's some lovely pecan pie ribbon. I just didn't really like it. Yeah, honestly, Louisa, the beach hut set would work brilliantly with these, I think. I haven't got it, so I don't know, like size-wise or sometimes an artistic set won't work so well with a cartoony set, but I don't think the beach hut one is artistic. I think it's more cartoony like this. So that one's going to go straight on there. Then this panel is going up on dimensionals. So what's everyone's plans for the weekend then? We had some snow here today. Was not expecting that. The forecast wasn't saying it, but yet Google was when we asked her what the weather was. It was said there's definite chance of snow between 10 and 1. And then honestly, how much snow came down, settled. It was probably about a centimetre thick on the car or something. Yeah, oh, the one with the post. Yeah, by the dock. So that's going to go straight on there like that, and then we can just finish off. So we've got this cute little critter. He's going to have a dimensional. They're all on dimensionals, and he's just going to sit off to here. And then this squawking one is just there. And then we've got the French fries laying like victim in the sand. That really adds it, doesn't it? Just the French fries just finish it off. The birdhouse beach huts we made with Emma would be good. Yeah, it would be. That'd be amazing with the birdhouse set made into a beach house. The one I'm thinking of has got like the beach. It's not a beach hut. Like it's a. Those who've got it will know. It's like a surfers. What do you call them? Like a lifeguards. That's the one. Lifeguard station. And then we've just got 3 of these mini dimensionals. Ah, thanks, Holly. It was the background I was debating arm and an R and in the end I thought, actually, do you know what? I'm just going to go with it. I was wondering about like bling or anything like that, but I was like, actually the focal point is enough. Beach day. There we go, Emma. Thank you. And then you could decorate the inside. So I don't think I've missed anything off. There's the one I made earlier. And then you could decorate the inside with a little seagull if you wanted to. I haven't done, but you absolutely could. Ah, thank you guys. Yeah, cute. Cute. What I could have done actually is emboss this with the timber. That would have looked really good embossed. I could always do that because this kind of thing you can always just emboss a little bit and then stick it under. So I do that. I do that quite regularly. So if you wanted to change your mind, you just emboss, or you could even put a different colour. You don't need to put it all the way along. Then you just literally put a bit over the top of that one. You could emboss that with a 3D embossing folder. It would look fab. So that is one card using our gorgeous Friendly Seagulls. Ah, bless you. Thanks, guys. So who wants to see one more card? We've got time, I think. So let's make another one. Let's just use the sweeping arm as if you were in a in like an arcade and just sweep all the 2Ps across. I'll clean those little gulls up later. And I've got something completely different. We've gone floral. Gone back to flowers, and we're going to need the melon mambo. You want to see another one? Perfect. So we've gone melon mambo, which is a gorgeous bright pink. And same standard. So it's actually the same layout, but completely different card. I love using layouts. I tend to just do it like naturally. I don't even realise I'm doing it. I'll just make 2 cards next to each other, and I go, the same layout. So obviously my mind is in that era. So this is not using the seagulls. This is using a completely different stamp set, and actually a different stamp and die set. And I bought in the paper. This is the crab paper. So for anybody who's not seen this, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna do this so I can show you 2 different ways. But yeah, love this one. It's so bright and colourful. Always have one more card. That way you don't have to do the things you should be doing. Oh, I love that. Yeah, definitely. I said to Russ earlier, I'm going to clean up. I'm going to clean up tomorrow night. He was like, you won't? I was like, I am. I'm going to do it. And I mean, honestly, we were going to do it, and I said we should clean up, but then we looked around the house and worked out that it is 95% my mess. I'm really just quite messy. Like, we do tidy up and I do clean, but it's just messy. Everywhere's messy. So this is the paper. Anyway, you don't really want to see all the paper, do you? Mine. I had to Google that because you were all saying it yesterday, but I didn't know what it was from. Apparently, Finding Nemo, something about seagulls. Anyway, so this piece of DSP we're going to cut to 14 centimeters, and we're going to cut to 10 centimeters now. Bonus, you can blame me. Heather's fault. So you've got either side. That one I've used on one of them, so I'm actually probably going to use that one on this one, just to give you an idea of what they both look like. So that one can go straight down. And then I need to watch Finding Nemo again, I think. Ah, hey Grace. See you sneak in there, bless you. I want to get back to doing pick a comment. I don't really know how to do that on YouTube though. If I could, I have to figure out how to pick a comment. I can't remember how I used to do it, and then send one of you the card. I don't know if I can send you the Seagull card though, because I need those for swaps. You might not want this one. Okay, so that is going to go straight on there. If when you cut, you get a bit of a rucked line, which you can do if you cut the other way, just take your fingernail and smooth it over the card, over the paper. They had shirts at Disney in pink and blue for partners. I love that. Yeah, I love Disney. I'm a massive Disney fan. So what we need is some more white cards. Good job I ordered some more. I don't think it's going to be... Oh, that might be big enough. We need quite a few pieces though. There we go. I don't think that's thick. I find it quite difficult to tell. Ah, pick you. You'd like this card. Hopefully you will. Okay, so I've got this stamp set. And I need the dies from... That was a quick find. These could have been anywhere on the floor in the pile. I need the dies from this one. So I need that die. And I need... I think it's this one. Memorable Balloons. So it's the die set that goes with this, but then it's the ink linked or inked together. I need both of those. Because believe it or not, I'm actually not going to fussy cut out the flowers. I'm going to use the die set. Cookie. So let's do some stamping and colouring first, shall we? I love this. I love this stamp set so much. It looks in the online catalogue, which is where probably a lot of you have seen it so far. It looks quite sketchy. Which die set? Yeah, so we've got the one from the Memorable Blooms and the one from the inked or linked together. It's gorgeous. I love that. Love the trellis. Fab. And like we were saying, they've made the online catalogue quite sketchy. The lines are not perfect. It's to try and stop all the like the copying of the stamp sets. So really, really clever idea. Hopefully it will work. But it's really, really clear in real life. So let's go like that. Look at that. So pretty. You know I love a flower. And the text, the font, I think the font is lovely on this one. So we've got and the Lemon Lolly. So it's Lemon Lolly, it is Melon Mambo and Lemon Lime Twist as well. It is a good idea, Joanna. Yeah, hopefully it will work, because that's where they're getting their images from, is online. So if they're terrible images, hopefully they won't be able to produce anything decent. It's a balance, isn't it? Because obviously they need the images to be good enough for customers to see, but yeah, fingers crossed it will work. So I'm just colouring in these leaves, and the big ones I'm going to do some blendings. This is dark lemon lime twist and light lemon lime twist. Anything Alice in Wonderland. There's Peter Rabbit inspired stamps in the new catalogue, but nothing Alice in Wonderland, I don't think. You've got all but one present done. What, for Christmas? Or are you wrapping the twins' birthday presents? If it's Christmas, then I'm impressed, Katie. If it's the twins' birthday presents, then that makes much more sense. So these ones are going to go dark again. Yeah, the storybook one looks great, doesn't it? I haven't got it. Oh, I considered, and then I thought, no, I couldn't get it all. I didn't win the lottery. Not that you've memorised the catalogue already. It was nice getting a physical one in my hand yesterday, I will say that. And I need to spend some time going through it. I just hit the ground running, really. I haven't really stopped. What was the colouring course on Saturday? That's taken up a lot of my focus. So good today as well. I was like, right, I'm going to be very diligent and not do anything else until I've finished everything I need to do for that. The cards were made already, but it was the finalising of all the written course guide, which is 24 pages. All the info in that course guide that you will need to keep going forwards that you can refer back to about everything, not everything to do with colouring, that would be false advertising, but everything that we cover on the course. You won £5 on the lottery. Absolutely, that counts for sure. That means you basically get to buy whatever you want from the catalogue, Joanna. Anything. You can have it. You can have it now because you've won the lottery. If only that were true, eh? If only. These little leaves, like, I'm not going to bother blending. Nope, can't be bothered. So I'm just adding some light. Don't get mistaken. Well, you can do what you want, really, but I think there's a couple of flowers here, and they don't really look like flowers. They look a bit more like leaves. But I'm going to colour them in as flowers because I want more colour. There's enough green on there for me. A win is a win indeed. The birthday presents for your dad and brother. Oh, sorry, Katie. I'm a bit behind the times. There's a lot of chat to keep up with, which I love. So I've got this lemon lolly, and I'm just going to add... Oh, I need some more flowers as well. Where did the flowers come from? I think I know. So I'm just adding some dark lemon lolly to these little flowers here, and that one as well. There's not really much rhyme or reason when it comes to my blending. Although I think I just added the light by mistake. Let me just add some dark. When it comes to blending in these small areas, like, just throw some colour at it. As long as you've got some variation in tone and in value, then you'll be fine. Okay. Right, and then we're going to go in for the Melon Mambo. Which makes me always want to do a bit of a jig when I talk about Melon Mambo. So we're going to colour the centre of the flowers and those petals in the dark. Now, when you're working with a darker colour, just do one at a time because it gets hard to blend if you let it dry. I sorted the venue out today, or the meal choices out today for our my class Christmas party as well. We're not a party as such, but we always go out for lunch after the last class of my year. We've done it every year since COVID, I think, and the ladies love it. They love it so much. We've got 18 of us at the class on 29th of November. So it's an early Christmas dinner. It just happens to be the last class of the year, but everybody's coming. So that's going to be amazing. We do a Secret Santa and a meal out. I think I should do a Secret Santa and a meal out every time, and then I might get 18 come every time. No, it's a special event, and I'm really looking forward to that one. So I've emailed all the choices to the venue, which is good. That's all in the bag. Because it's such a big group, they need to order in specially. This stamp set, Joanna, is gorgeous. And I'll show you what I tried to do as well on rather than use the paper, what I tried to do was get a piece of Melon Mamba cardstock and stamp the ink all over. I'll show you if I can find it. Here you go. Because we've got the lovely flowers. You've got this one as well. So I tried to stamp it over. My ink pad, I think, is just a bit too juicy. It was too dark. And this is where I tried it with the Versamark. So I thought this is too light and this is too dark. So I grabbed a bubble bath and I did a bubble bath all the way around. But it faded into almost nothing. I was really surprised. It looked great when I inked it up and stamped it down. But the bubble bath faded into nothing when actually the Versamark was brighter. So that would have looked really pretty all the way around, but instead I just went for paper. It was a bit quicker and easier. You're wondering what the adverts are trying to tell you when they're showing you beard shampoo. Just completely untargeted, I think, is the answer there, Joanna. Totally untargeted advertising. Totally useless. So we've got that scrap there, which is going to cut that one out of, which is fab. That one's going to cut out with that one. Let's grab the machine. I'm going to grab the mini. Russ has lined all my die cutting machines up in my floor. He wanted them all out earlier because he was looking at them and he was like, "Oh, it's the baby one," and then he was like, "And that's the mummy one," and then we got the blue one, and he said, "That's the boy," and then he was like, "Where's Daddy?" And I was like, "Daddy's left." Daddy has left the building. I don't know where my old Big Shot has gone. I've put it somewhere safe. I think it might be in the shed, which is my overflow craft storage area. Bless him. Yeah, he was having 5 minutes off work, I think, Hazel, and playing with my cut and emboss machines. I did wonder if I should get him embossing using them, like I know a couple of people do, to help me prep for stuff. And then we could set up, not that Russ is on Facebook, we could set up like a man's Facebook. I might have sold him for more stamp sets. Sold him off. I should set up like a man's Facebook, like a big shot Facebook group for all the men that do all the die cutting to help out. I need to encourage him to help, I think. I have we've been talking about the Alaska trip. I have no idea if I'll make it or not, but I have said to him, you might want to help, but I don't think it's encouragement enough for him. Bless him. He gets bored after about 5 minutes. And the last time I asked him to help, I ended up with about we were prepping for the Christmas retreat last year, and I asked him to put together 35 of the pizza boxes, but he got into a bit of a rhythm and ended up putting all of them together. So we then had to dismantle all the others after the event so they could go back in storage. That was the last time I asked him for any help. Apparently my instructions weren't very clear. He's probably right, to be honest. He gets a bit of a hard time on these YouTube lives, but he is amazing. Okay, so this is the trellis. So we're just going to pull that out. It comes out really quite easily. Just be gentle with it. And that's your trellis. So then what we're going to do is we are going to put that onto a sheet of white, onto some more white. So I'm just going to go around and put some blobs of glue. So I'm going to go all around the outside. But then you don't not want to glue the middle, just because you don't want it lifting up. But you don't need to glue like loads. Just put a couple of blobs of glue on those joins. And that will just keep it down enough. It really doesn't need to be much glue at all. This Tombow is so delicate, so sticky, sorry. It is a lovely trellis, Joanna, this one. Gorgeous, isn't it? And you could put that over the embossing folder as well. This is what I was doing yesterday. It was a bit too busy for this card. But you can emboss using the stencil, sorry. You can stencil. And then you can put this over the top. Well, I'm just putting it onto white. And then all I'm going to do is trim round here. I just wanted it white on white. So you just butt your scissors up against the line and then go for it. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous trellis, this one. And a nice size for just a panel on top of your card. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab your card base. Oh no, grab a piece of Melon Mamba cardstock again. And then you're going to pop that back onto some Melon Mambo. I'm going to need another piece, which is annoying. Just not big enough, that one. Let's grab another bit. Okay, so that is the perfect size. So what width is that for you? 10.5. So 10.5, which is perfect. You can then just stick that on using some Tombow glue. Oh, got a sticky desk now. And then all you've got to do is chop one border down on that side. So I tend to do this way round rather than measuring and then cutting the cardstock. And you can use your trimmer, but I actually find this little mini guillotine that we got, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I think. And you can just chop that down to size there. So once you've got that one's going to go on dimensional. So see what I say? It was a very, very similar design, like layout card. Similar layout. So that's going to go up on dimensionals. And that's one of the nice things about sketch challenges. If you don't do sketch challenges, they can be a really, really good source of kind of inspiration, because it just gives you a kicking off point. Colour challenges, sketch challenges. I've got another colour challenge coming up, and I was really struggling with it, actually. It was Misty Moonlight, Shaded Spruce, and Melon Mambo. So, oh, goodness me, what am I going to make using those colours? And the first thing I do is kind of look at my stamp sets. I go up to my shelf, look along all my stamp sets and think, what do I think would work? And I grabbed a stamp set, and I was really, really pleased with the outcome, which genuinely surprised me. So these are never straight when you put them on, never. So it's handmade. You can get little guides to help you line things up. I just tend to find the more I look at it, and then I'll stick it down, and then it's still not straight. Actually, that's not too bad. So we need just to cut this out, and then some flowers, which I'll find the die set for in a sec. Flowers absolutely do come. Yeah, flowers come in all colours. It's not flowers I've gone for, actually. It was the Winterly Treetops, which has kind of got flowers in it. I definitely did colour some flowers. It's berries. Leaves and berries. And then the Misty Moonlight. So yeah, I'll add it to the blog, and I need to get better at sharing the cards I've made online. So that's my 2025. God, 2025, eh? That's my goal. So we've got this one. I just love how striking that is. We've got this one. So let's stick that down with a little bit of glue. I don't tend to put glue all the way down, just in the base, because then it means that don't be scared to hang off the end a little bit, especially where you've got this little panel. And then this one can go on dimensionals. So it just means that that top end, it gives it a bit more dimension. Light is terrible. Let me see if I can put that up for you. Does that make a difference? There we go. Yeah, a little bit. I need to get a diffuser and uplighter. I also need to get a new webcam. I think it might be time. I don't know what to do about my webcam. Okay, so that one is going to go straight on there like that, keeping it kind of central to that one. And then the flowers, the little flowers, come from one of these two die sets, I'm sure of it. Not that one. Must be the linked together. Love this. All four of them in a row. Don't need to think. Don't need to cut them all out separately. You just grab your machine and wing it through. And that gives you four gorgeous cut out little flowers. So I used a glue dot, I would suggest, with these. If you look at the centre of the flower, it's quite big and open. So if you put glue on that one, you're likely just to get glue on your project. So I would suggest froof them up, because we've decided that's a word. Then grab your glue dots. And then you can add glue dot to the back. I'm going to put one there. If you think, oh, she's being nice and decisive about where to put her flowers, I've already made the card. I cheated, Blue Peter styly. And then we're going to put that one there. Something's going to happen to those flowers in a minute, though. So if you hang fire, you've got all these sentiments. I must say, I love them. I love the sentiments. I love the font. But I'm going to go for, excuse me, that's very rude of me. Love and thanks. I'm going to go for this one. And just stamped in, I'm running out of blocks. Oh, this is from when I watercoloured earlier. And I'm just going with Memento black ink. I'd forgotten until earlier how gorgeous Coastal Cabana is when watercoloured. So I can see, I was just doing an experiment. I needed to take some pictures for the colouring course to put in the course guide about water blooms, otherwise known as cauliflowers, which I quite like. But yeah, I'd forgotten how gorgeous a colour it is. So I can see me doing something with that one, that colour, with some of these sets very soon. So just cutting this out with a pair of scissors. I tried a circle die on here, but it was a bit too big. It covered up most of my kind of design. So that's going on there like that. So I'm going to put a couple of little mini, you guessed it, Louisa, you guessed it. You're on fire tonight. So we're going to put a couple, I'm going to double dimensional this. So I'm putting a couple of dimensionals just here. And then I'm going to put a couple of one like single layer here and here. And that's just going to mean that that sentiment is going to pop up even further. I think it can take it. And that's going to go, oh, actually, error looks better down here. Let's go in here, shall we? Going to stick over, I want it to come over the edge. There we go, perfect. And then, yep, you guessed it, Louisa, we're going to grab some gems. This is Last 2 presents for the weekend complete. Oh, amazing. We're going to grab these. These are from the Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. I actually don't know which set they're from. They're quite big old gems. But they're really pretty. And they go beautifully as the centre of these flowers. And there is very nearly our finished card. The only last thing to do is to grab. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I really enjoyed making that one. Only last thing to do. Like I said, I don't always, but I'm trying to get better at decorating the inside of my cards. So we've got 2 cards I've made today. Look, I'm getting in a real mess. I wish I was one of these people that could just stay tidy, like as I go, but I can't. So 10 by 14 and 10 by 14. That's going to give us the inside of our cards. On this one here, I'm going to grab, just because it's so pretty, it seems a shame not to use it. I'm just going to grab this little set here. Oh, bless you. Oh, they were the Ocean Sweet. I thought they were the right colours for the Ocean Sweet, Emma. It's just when I saw the name, I wasn't entirely sure. But yeah, so they go with the fun paper that we used for the background here. Oh, and this is the one while I kind of stamped this, I'll bring this one in. That was the one I made with the other side of it. Which do you prefer? I think I know which one I prefer now, actually. Now I've made them both. I couldn't settle earlier with which one. And I'm just going to stamp this down the corner, and then you can colour that in. Pop that on the inside of your card, just like that. So I will do that very, very shortly. There's our card. I prefer this one. Yeah, I prefer the ombre one, Katie. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? When I was when I made this one, I was like, no, this one's going to be better. Actually, I prefer the ombre one. And then that's our other card we made tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I've had a lovely time. Thank you so much indeed for joining me. It really, really is a pleasure to have you. And I can't wait to get creating with some of this new product. However, I have got Christmas to do first. So I really must start thinking about finishing my Christmas cards, making some Christmas treats and gifts and things. Thank you, Katie. I was genuinely concerned when people mentioned seagulls yesterday. I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the seagulls. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But I think it worked out quite well in the end. So thank you. My pleasure, Hazel. My pleasure. It's lovely. I love coming on and doing these. I haven't been as regular as I had hoped to be. But my plan going forward, it just so happens that my Thursdays have been a bit more busy. There's nothing changed in my life that means Thursday is more awkward. So I should be back. It's just been one of those things. More than ready for them. Bless you. Right. Talking of not being here, I've got to work next Thursday night, I'm sure. Oh, actually, have I? Let me just double check. No, next Thursday I'm here. Next Thursday I'm on the day shifts. So I will be here next Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time. Unless 8:30 works better. We have quite a few of you join at 8:30 tonight, so I wonder whether 8:30 is a better time. But anyway, I'll be here next Thursday. Come and join us. If you've got any requests, please do shout. You know, I'm all the way, apart from masculine. Please don't ask me to make anything masculine. I don't enjoy it. I haven't really got anything. But yeah, anything other than masculine, give me a shout. Let me know what you want to see. You're working, so I can't stay long. You're better than me, Hazel. You go to bed nice and early. I really should. I just don't. Dinosaur. Yes, Joanna, you're first in. Dinosaurs next week. Let's do it. That will make me happy. It's such a good set. If you haven't seen it, let me show you. This is the dinosaur set. So I will come back next Thursday and I'll make something with this dinosaur set. That's a deal. Darling dinos. Right, my lovely lot. Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you next Thursday. Yes, brilliant. Oh, you've got them coming as well. Now you have to ask for a masculine. No, honestly, Paul, don't. Every time I used to ask, someone used to ask me for a masculine card, and it was like they're like my nemesis. Anyway, take care, lovely lot. Really good to see you all, and I'll catch up with you all again soon. Bye, everybody. Bye for now.